cheetah, cheetah, cheetah. Hookah chaka cheetah, cheetah, cheetah. Alla mamma cheetah, cheetah, cheetah. Alla se Nicola Cheetah, oh. Alla se Nicola Cheetah, oh. Freestyle! Wow! Hello Cheetah fans and welcome to the first episode of Cheetah Chase for 2020. In this month's show, we kick off the new year with the ILoveBloem initiative at the Toyota Stadium. The Sparta Beef Ambassadors pay a visit to Marquad for a taste of pure beef pleasure. The Toyota Cheetahs show off the Currie Cup at the Hinterland revamp launch in Bloemfontein. And we welcome players and parents to the Toyota Stadium as we attend the launch of the Toyota Cheetah Institute of Excellence. Wow! The city of Roses, Bloemfontein, is well known throughout the country for its wonderful cultural offerings, its famous landmarks and its friendly people. So, to celebrate all things Bloemfontein, the Toyota Cheetahs gathered together for a photo shoot while proudly wearing their ILoveBloem t-shirts.
Yes, we're here today to do a shoot with the Toyota Cheetahs for ILoveBloem. ILoveBloem is a brand that we launched this year. It's a brand that's all about everything and everyone that makes Bloemfontein awesome, and I couldn't think of better ambassadors for Bloemfontein than the Cheetahs, so the guys are rocking the shirt. You should check it out.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, today we're at the Toyota Stadium and wearing our proudly ILoveBloem shirts. The whole concept behind it is the fact that other cities actually underestimate us, and these show that we love Bloemfontein, we represent it. Especially after achievements like Wade van Niekerk, our world record holder, currently he's from Bloem, and also the Toyota Cheetahs winning the Currie Cup. So we want every Bloemfontein person to wear these with pride because there is roots behind it.
The reason why I love Bloemfontein is my family is here. My kid was born in Bloem, born Free Stater, and I went to school here, Louis Botha, and this is the I Love Bloemfontein sign just says it all because my celebration is a heart, and just by us and the just by them and the Free State collaborating is a fantastic initiative. And yeah, we're just excited to be a part of them, and just excited to be a part of the heart.
Hinterland, formerly known as Senves, recently revamped their outlet store in Bloemfontein and invited some of our Currie Cup winning players to enjoy the day with them as they mingled with fans and, of course, show off that famous piece of silverware.
We're today at Hinterland. Us as the Cheetahs came with the Currie Cup just to come show the community, just to be with the community today, just to enjoy fun time with them. Actually, just to be around them. All faces here, everybody's here. So we're just excited as the Cheetahs to be here with the Currie Cup, just showcasing it a bit. So yeah, we're just happy to be here.
Kijk, Hinterland is maar diezelfde plek nog as wat Senves was. Ons het so 6-7 jaar terug besluit om saam met Currie takke te gaan. So ons het 'n bietjie 'n groter impak in ons footprint. So dis maar die naam Hinterland, maar ons is maar nog steeds Senves. En die relaunch was maar die revamp het gegaan daaroor dat ons net weer ons winkel moet opgradeer. Dit was tyd, ons wil baie graag betrokke wees in Bloemfontein spesifiek, nie net met die boere nie, maar met die stadsbewoners ook. So dit is hoekom ons die revamp gedoen het.
Well, I think it's all about the enjoyment, the fact that we've got very good players with a lot of initiative, and they play their hearts out, and I think that is what the people need, and that is what they deserve. So our players are very dedicated to the game, and they like what they're doing. So that is very important. If you haven't got a passion for what you're doing, then it's not worth even trying. And I think the spectators enjoy the fact that the Free Staters are #1, doing extremely well. And if you look at the World Cup that's just gone off, it was absolutely fantastic to see how the people are developed. And I must be quite honest, I think that the Free State is absolutely where it starts. You can go anywhere in the world and you would find that you get a Free Stater, whether it's a manager, a player or whatsoever. And I think that the Free State and our people that stay here are more dedicated. They're strong, they develop, and they believe in the future, but they also like to be the people to show the younger people, that younger generation, what can be reached in life.
Ja, kyk, Hinterland is in Bloemfontein Saterdag oop tot 12:30 toe, maar onthou nou ons kuiter vir jou by jou huis, met jou tuin, met 'n klomp produkte wat jy by jou huis gebruik daagliks, kan jy by Hinterland kry. En soos julle vandag kan sien op die promosies wat ons aanbied, is ongelooflik. Jy weet, ons het vanmôre 'n rush gehad wat skrik van niks en dit hou net nie op nie. So kom maak 'n draai. Dit is regtig moeite werd om 'n draai te maak. Dis 'n nuwe look and feel in die winkel en ons probeer 'n koopservaring verkoop. So en is baie meer persoonlik. Jy weet, ons tipe besigheid dien om daartoe dat die kliënt en ons interaksie baie meer persoonlik is as by 'n ander besigheid. En dis wat ons baie uniek maak. Ons het 'n fantastiese nuwe buitelewe afdeling. Ons het 'n klere reeks vir mans op die stadium wat dit vir my klink gaan uitbrei na 'n vroue reeks toe ook. Dan het ons natuurlik 'n baie gewilde tuinbou afdeling. Besproeiing is fantasties. Dis nou maar vir die stadsou. Regtig, hierdie mense is regtig kundig is. As jy jou tuin wil uitlê in hierdie droogteomstandighede om te probeer water spaar, hulle weet presies hoe om jou te help. En dan natuurlik is hier nou hondekos en die goed is baie gewild. So ons bied regtig 'n pakkie aan as ek kan praat oor fuels. Weet ons het 'n OK Express shop hierso wat 24/7 oop is. So dis regtig 'n place to be.
The Clive Solomon Stadium was the venue for the Kamomampe Foundation Rugby Clinic and Tournament, an initiative created by television personality and Bloemfontein local Kamomampe herself. The Toyota Cheetahs took hands with Kamo to make this day even more special for the players.
The Toyota Cheetahs are at the Clive Solomon Stadium today, and it is the Kamomampe Foundation Rugby Clinic and Tournament. The Cheetahs are on board supporting this foundation to empower the kids of the community. We invited lots of schools to be part of this rugby clinic and tournament, and it has been a success this far. So now they can learn a little bit about rugby. Let's hear from Kamomampe, the founder of the Kamomampe Foundation herself. She's just going to enlighten us about the background of the foundation and what it is all about.
I've done so much work in the entertainment and the sporting fraternity. And as a born and bred Free State talent, I thought, what is it that our people need? What is it that you're doing with your journey and the privileges that one God and the people that have, bestowed upon your life? So over the years, because, when you're a television actress, you do so much CSI, you build so many beautiful homes and make a difference in so many people's lives. But I thought to myself, Kamo, if you had to die tomorrow, what seeds would you have planted? That is how the foundation came about.
I brought my under 13 boys to this rugby clinic for them just to get a little more exposure to the game and to improve on their skills as we're also building to have a good team for our school next year.
Today I wanted to come here to the Kamomampe Tournament Clinic Center because I wanted to enroll and upgrade myself to play for the Cheetahs, and after that I would like to play for the Springboks to make my country proud and have a happy family.
I'm here to learn more about rugby, how to tackle and those type of things.
I learned a lot of stuff like rugby. I didn't know rugby, but I tried to play. I learned about friendship and communicating with each other, not being selfish and meeting new people. It's actually nice to meet new people.
It was a little bit tough for the fitness, yes, about the running around the field.
Yeah, we learned how to goose and how to dribble the ball and make up and under. So if you want to do an up and under, you kick the ball, but not too hard, just so it can bounce back to you.
So the Kamomampe Foundation pretty much is a foundation that empowers children and youth and develops skills. And that's what it's pretty much all the things that I really stand for. So Kamomampe Foundation is not really me. The Kamomampe Foundation is the community, it's the children, and I've been very fortunate to partner with the Cheetahs. This year, our project, we literally now are launching the foundation. We're having a gala dinner tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited about that. And just as excited, even more today, to be here to see these kids sacrifice their time to come and learn about what is it to actually make a career of yourself as a rugby player. So we have the Cheetahs really holding the Kamomampe Foundation. We have them here. We have you know, the likes of Utsile. He's also a Bloemfontein guy and born and bred, has made a big name for himself. And I think that for me is admirable. So he's here today to talk to the children, to motivate them, to also share his testimony to say, guys, if you've got a skill, you really can make something of yourself.
My word of today is that I'm going to do a little bit of motivation to the kids about the sport I'm playing, so that they cannot give up or do something wrong to the community, because it's the best thing that can do in their lives.
This whole initiative, basically, if I can really give insight, it's just to keep the boys out of the street, especially now. One of the challenges, especially if you look at our developing rugby schools, is to develop the skill set of these boys in order for them to become the complete rugby players when they eventually reach high school as well, and if they have aspirations on becoming professionals. So at this level, it's really important for us to sharpen those skills and make sure that when a rugby player leaves primary school, at least at under 14, he has everything required to be able to perform in his position.
Partnering with the Cheetahs, I mean, it's history. It alone is a beautiful flower. So I hope, as the chairman of the foundation, that the children today will be able to go out there, tell a story, and realize their capabilities and really make something of themselves, because it was just not a tournament. They leave today with a skill on how to handle rugby balls. They leave how to tackle, what it is, the fundamentals of actually playing the sports. And I would have not been able to do this as the chairman of the foundation, of the Gamamampi Foundation. I would have not been able to make this day possible without the Cheetahs, without the community, without the schools. So there is no I in Gamamampi Foundation. United we stand, and you know, sports is such a uniting sport. And I am super, super delighted that you Super Sports also could actually be here today. So thank you so much to everybody who has made this Gamamampi Foundation actually stand on its own 2 feet.
Associate sponsor Sparta Beef recently invited their Toyota Cheetah Ambassadors to the small town of Marquad for a photo shoot with the Currie Cup and, of course, a Sparta Beef bride to top it all off.
We're here at Sparta just to thank them for all the support they give out through the year. We've got the Currie Cup with us, and we're just enjoying a bit of what I can call family time with them. And yeah, we're just looking to enjoy the day.
It smells so heavenly. I can't get a better way to describe that. It just smells so delicious. I'm so hungry right now. I can't wait to eat, because meat is meat, and I made myself.
Hierdie is A-graad Sparta Beef Angus T-been steak. Dit lyk absoluut heerlik. As jy af net keer of ek sal 'n stukkie gryp.
Ons is hier vandag so met die Cheetahs en ons het lekker Sparta Angus voorgesit vir hulle. T-bone stomach steaks, ons kies die steaks in ons restaurant self want dit is een van die beste kwaliteit, konstante, lekker steak, smaaklike steak.
Tabs, we're out here in Marquad with the Sparta family. How's the experience been for you?
It's been a great experience. It's a beautiful home that we're at here. Loving the time that we have with Sparta. We've been tasting out a lot of meat, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, you say you're tasting out a lot of meat. What's your favorite beef cut?
My favorite is the rib. I love the rib. It's amazing. It's delicious. It's heavenly.
Yeah, I hear you. And then lastly, what's the Sparta motto?
Taste it, love it.
Sparta, taste it, love it.
At the end of last year, the Toyota Cheetahs welcomed its loyal suite holders to the Toyota Stadium for a personal photo opportunity with the Currie Cup alongside some of the players and to thank them for their never-ending support during 2019 and beyond.
At the end of 2019, it's fantastic to have the Currie Cup at Toyota Stadium, And today we want to celebrate the Currie Cup with our season ticket holders. You know, we've got this special session where pictures will be taken with the Currie Cup and some of our winning players. Obviously our captain Tiaan Meyer is here, as well as the man of the match in the Currie Cup final, Joseph Dweba, to take special pictures with our season ticket holders, specifically in a Currie Cup season where we were the winners of the season. We're looking forward, you know, signing these season ticket holders up for another season and see them back in Toyota Stadium in 2020.
It was amazing celebrating this Currie Cup with such a full stadium this year. In the final and semi-final, we really packed the stadium full, and it makes such a big difference to the players and just the atmosphere around. It makes it enjoyable for everybody in the stands and on the field, and we wish to see more and more feet on the ground here in the campaign going forward.
Dit was weer eens 'n belewenis geweest. Dit was my tweede finaal wat ek bygewoon het vir die Vrystaat Rugby, en dit is my derde semifinaal geweest. So dit was weer eens 'n belewenis geweest wat mense nie net daar buite kan kry nie. So dit is baie lekker.
We'd just like to thank you for your loyal support. It's awesome celebrating this victory with you. We'd like to ask you to sign up again for next season, and we'd like to see you supporting us throughout that campaign as well in 2020.
Kom beleef rugby soos wat dit moet gespeel word, en daarom moet jy 'n kaartjie koop by Vrystaat Rugby, nie? Om dit te beleef, hoe meer games jy kan gaan kyk, hoe goedkoper werk dit vir jou uit om 'n seisoenkaartjie eerder te wees as om elke game 'n kaartjie voor te koop. En as daar so nice dinge weer soos die bokke wat jy kon speel, daar was extra's geweest wat nice is. Die British Irish Lions tour wat dalk hiernatoe kan kom, is goed wat mens kan vir kyk as jy 'n seisoenkaartjiehouer is.
At a recent press conference held at the Toyota Stadium, we caught up with local rugby journalist and Cheetah Chase regulars Morgan Peck and Owen Cock as they gave us a breakdown of our 2019-20 Guinness Pro 14 season thus far.
I think the Cheetahs did pretty well in the opening rounds, especially the first three at home. And as far as the tour to Ireland and Wales, well, we all know they lost that 3 games. Some of the faults they made maybe cost them the games, but the first two I would put down to errors from the referee. But we need to get over that now. They need to work on the discipline though, because that is what ultimately cost them that third match. They do quite well when they travel, but we'd like to see them do much better.
It's one hell of a tough baptism of fire for Harvest, but I think he's an astute enough coach to have learned from that and carry on those lessons or systems that Frank had put in place. Cornel Fonsel did mention it's a matter about dust settling, and I agree with that. People must not worry about results this early in the season. The foundation has been set, but it will be important to get a couple of wins now in Europe, going on tour, and then also take that momentum into that game against the Kings in Port Elizabeth at the end of January. So it's far from panic stations. So I think once they just settle down a little bit, it will carry on with that good work and that good start.
I think in terms of the new guys, a guy like Anthony Foreman, why he didn't play bigger rugby earlier in his career is beyond me. That guy is just brilliant. He's got feet. You give him a narrow gap, goes through it, he can create something out of nothing. He's a very, very, very fast player. He might need to work on his defense, but other than that, I don't see any problems with him. And the thing is, we're losing him at the end of May. He's going back to Greek, so that will be a blow for Free State and for Cheetahs Rugby, but that's the name of the game. In terms of the other new guys, we haven't really seen much of them. You know, Volma Arnoldi, we've all known him, played for Griquas, and Marty's that guy is brilliant, he's a brilliant hooker. And guys like Chris Massane, we all know what he can do. Chris Smith, who's also now going on tour. Cheetahs are spoiled with choice this season. They've got so many players in a lot of positions. I would have liked to see that they contract more forwards, maybe a few more locks, but that problem is in the meantime been solved with Opama Hoja and Aiden Davis moving from flank to lock. So we still have to see how that is going to work out. Obviously, Aiden might get a go now. He hasn't played rugby for the whole year. He broke his leg in February. So good for him to be back. We'll have to see how we fare at lock.
Been a couple of very exciting players that have come in. Pity that a lot of them are loan players, and those are the guys that have really actually been playing thus far. The permanent signings have only just started slotting into the side. CS Kuna has done a fairly good job thus far. Remember, he never toured overseas up until a couple of weeks ago in his entire career. And then a couple of the more settled guys, or the permanent guys, Chris Massane and Chris Smith are the two big names that we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. Massane, a very, very abrasive kind of player. And Chris Smith, incredibly exciting centre, showed his class at the Varsity Cup. He's won the Varsity Cup. Didn't get that opportunity at the Greekers, but I think that he's going to put some real pressure on the centre combination here, and even perhaps on a couple of the wings. It will be good to see them get some game time this coming weekend and perhaps start staking claim at starting berth.
People expected the Cheetahs to continue their run from the Currie Cup, but it's two different competitions. You could see that they are now a team that's well gelled. I think Harvey's inherited a pretty good side. Pretty good side. They don't need to do anything new. Well, we've got one coach that's new, well, practically two coaches with Harvey's and Volusian Tetra coming in. The season is still young. It's too early to make a big enough assessment. But if they continue the way they do now, I don't see any reason they can't make the playoffs. Yes, people say these guys are getting weak sides. There's no weak sides in Pro 14, so I don't agree with whether these guys were at the World Cup or playing in the European Cup, European Cup or Heineken Cup. These guys have 45, 46 good players. You take out 10, there's 10 more waiting in the wings. So continue and you can just get better.
The Toyota Stadium was the venue as Free State Rugby welcomed the class of 2020 to the Toyota Cheetah Institute of Excellence alongside their parents and their future teammates.
We are here at the Toyota Free State Stadium in the President's Suite, where we're welcoming the new intake of the Toyota Cheetah Institute of Excellence, formerly known as the Toyota Cheetah Academy. We are very excited about the new intake, and hopefully the class of 2020 will produce another few Springboks, Cheetah players, and also players that will be models and heroes in Bloemfontein.
I think it's very important to have a welcoming function for the parents and the players, just to ensure the parents that nothing horrible is going to happen to their children, and just to explain to them the year ahead so that they can be comfortable where they're leaving their children. I think it's very important that we get to spend some time with them and just discuss everything.
Now, the players are coming from various places within South Africa, from Cape Town all the way to Limpopo and around. And most of them are 19 because they just finished school. Our main objective is to develop the players and make them a better product than how we found them. So if we can develop them, we'll be happy.
Yeah, I truly believe you can't build a house from the roof down. Maybe there's engineers that can do it today, but in general terms, you build a house from the foundation up. This is our foundation, the youngsters, the junior players. That's where we start to build our business at that level, and then create opportunities for them to become the top cheetahs and stars of the future. So for us, it's very, very important to bring them into the fold of the cheetahs immediately, to be part of the cheetah culture and value system, and to be part of the cheetah family, so that we can give them the opportunities that we can offer them here at the Toyota Stadium and around us to be the best what that player can be. We will give him all the opportunities to fulfill these dreams and to play at the best and highest level. Through that, then we can build a house, to be a strong house and a good house with a solid roof, the Cheetah team.
Yeah, my message to the academy players in short was they made a good decision to come to the Cheetahs and to further their career here. There's a big challenge ahead of them. Normally, in reality, only 5 or 6 guys out of the 25 will make it and will get senior contracts. So they've got to work hard, they've got to be coachable, and they've got to be self-starters. They mustn't wait for anyone else to help them or to motivate them. They must be motivated. They've got to have their goals, set their goals, and work hard to achieve them. We're definitely looking to bring more players through the Free State system and see if we can keep them in the Free State for longer, because I think that's been a problem for a long time, that we develop a lot of quality players and then they disappear. So we want to see if we can develop them and keep them here. I think that's the most important part.
The most important thing is to develop the players, make them better than the product we got. So if they can reach their full potential, and it's a team effort, so if we can get them there, they will be happy.
No, there's definitely a lot of players that we are excited about. I never name names,
because there's always a lot that still has to happen. I mean, you get a quality player, but it doesn't work as hard as another player which doesn't have the name yet, and then they go past them. So I mean, we will see what the year holds.
That's all for this month. For more information on all things Cheetah, log on to our website at www.fscheetah.co.za, or you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel for all the latest happenings, videos, photos, and uploads. So until next month, keep supporting, and as always, freestyle! Cheetah, alla mamma cheetah, 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 alla se li colle, cheetah.